Hey everyone, it is me, Beth Z, your nerdy best friend, and I wanted to show you my new necklace. Now, this is a pendant from a company called Rewind.ai or Rewind AI, and it's called Limitless. And what Limitless does is it stays on me all day long, and you can see the tiny little white right there. That is the light that shows that it is recording. This is actually recording every word I say and every interaction I have all day long. And I just got this in the mail this week. I ordered it a couple of years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. They said, "Hey, this is coming out. We're giving you a special price." And I'm like, "Sure, $100. There you go." And then I had to pay for shipping when it finally came out. But they cost more now. But anyway, let me show you what it looks like. It's a tiny little pendant, they call it, and it's two magnets that have the little clip right there. So I can wear it with this necklace, or I could clip it on my clothes and it just stays with me all day. Turns out, when I sit at my desk working, I don't say a word. So it is not recording anything. But it's meant to record meetings. It's meant for me to say, hey, remind me that I need to put such and such on the grocery list, whatever. It's just sitting here taking notes about your life all day long. And then I'm a little confused about the transcription and translation because I have this app that comes up, right? So the app, these are some of the things I just set it up this morning. These are some of the things I was talking to it about. So every few minutes, it records the app, records and then translates what's going on. So I just refreshed it and it's probably going to put a couple of the other trials I had and a couple of the other things I was talking about on here. But one of the things I'm confused about is it has some kind of a subscription process as well, which was kind of expensive. Like the cheapest one is like $18 a month, and then one was $36 a month, and that's on top of like what I paid for. So I don't really know what it does, and I don't know if it's actually going to work well unless I pay them more money. These are the kind of things that I get on occasion to try them out and look at the trends and see if this is something that you ought to get. Now, with me, with conversations, I'm all about Otter, these AI note taking tools that every time I have a meeting, I just turn it on and I ask permission and I say, hey, do you mind if I record this so we both have all the notes? And then it takes the notes for me, it summarizes them, it gives me all the action items. I can go back through and ask questions of it. So if I missed a part and I just want clarification, I don't have to go back and read through all the notes or try to get my own notes. Nope, it's just all does it for me. So I don't know why I would use this instead of that. But I don't run around in an office getting little tidbits here and there and having interactions with people. I have very few interactions with people except when I'm on the road, and then I'm on a plane, and then I'm speaking, and then I'm in a hotel room by myself watching Law and Order. So I don't think I will need this, but I got it so I could review it for you. One of the things that's creeping me out is at the bottom it says ask AI about today. When I click on there, here are some of the suggested questions I could have asked. How could I have been a better parent today? How could I have been more effective at work? How did I show up in my relationships today? So I'm going to ask, how did I show up in my relationships today? And this is just AI, and it's looking at my interactions with my husband, I guess. And it's now going to evaluate the conversations I had. Y'all, I find that creepy as anything. Don't you? Like it makes no sense to me. It didn't even answer that questions actually. Um it makes kind of creeps me out that it would just be sitting there. It actually did not work either time I did it. But maybe that's the advanced capability that I have to pay for. I'm not really sure. Okay, y'all, I just updated this app because every time I did the AI thing, it would just not work. So I updated the app and it seems like it's working now. So I'm going to go with what are the top 3 things that happened today that I need to follow up on. So that is a button and I could ask it anything, but I click the button and I'm also recording this, so I don't have to show you that. But as you can see, I clicked the button and it said, here are the things that I need to update. And that was pretty interesting. Another thing that happened is that the cool thing is that between the time where I recorded the first impressions and then I am updating this, I had a real meeting. So in doing that meeting, it helped me kind of figure out a couple more things in here. Another thing that I saw was that you can select certain conversations to have conversations about with AI. And you can ask AI about how did I show up in relationships today is one of the buttons, right? So I put that on there. And again, I'm recording this on the screen. So it says, seems like you were curious about how you showed up and you thought it was creepy. Limitless was creepy. So it didn't really, I don't know what it was trying to get to there, but there we have a little bit of insight. Another thing that I noted, and I'm going to show you on here as well, is I went to the settings and let's see, those are different kind of settings. It's kind of funny because they had different settings over here. So here are settings. You can see while I'm talking, it shows listening. Now I've only been wearing it for, let's see, it's about noon right now. So maybe 3 hours and it's already at 85%. So I'm guessing that this lasts one day. And when I click the settings here, this I don't like very much because one of the indicators is a tiny little light that shows other people that you are recording, right? Otherwise, you don't know that someone's recording. And you can barely see that light. Well, guess what? Look at this. You can actually turn the light even lower. So you could be recording everybody all the time and no one would know. These were just a couple of little things that I found since I last did the a first overview, and I wanted to put them back in here. All right, now back to the second part of the presentation about my gadget addiction. Speaking of that, I have a problem of the things that I get that I don't need and I don't use, but I think I need to tell you about them. Here is one of the worst things I bought. This one is called Rabbit. Rabbit, right there. Rabbit, I haven't even taken this out of the container, and I got this probably a year ago or longer. I haven't even opened it up. Rabbit it made a huge splash about 2 years, so 2 or 3 years ago, saying that this was going to replace your phone, replace your other devices, revolutionize the way you work with the world. And it's bright orange and it's supposed to watch the tasks you do and then be able to replicate them, supposed to be able to make appointments for you and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I was like, this sounds great. And they sold out immediately. And so mine was like in the third wave of the sales. By the time I got to my third wave of sales and I got my device, y'all, this was so panned by all of the tech experts. They were like, this is basically less than an Android phone 101. Like it is made on Android infrastructure. There's nothing here. And so I didn't even bother opening it because it had been panned so much. But I have it. Now I heard they just did an upgrade and it might be better. But this is one of the dangers I have in trying to get some of the newest technology. Here's another new technology that I bought that I thought I would need to tell you about and that might be a big thing. Turns out it's not really a big thing. So these are two, not one, but two virtual reality headsets. They're both from Meta. Meta made some of the most affordable virtual reality headsets that are standalone that don't require huge computing power on the computer side. And I was like, this is really cool. So I bought one of the original ones, Oculus Go, and then that soon went out of date, and they replaced it with the Meta Quest. So I got Meta Quest 2. There's a Meta Quest Pro, which is even more involved. And I love it. I love the concept, and I really did like it, but I never, ever wear them. I never wear them. And I have them, they're not even charged up anymore. One of the reasons why I don't wear them is number one, I don't need to do work right here, right? I don't need to interact right here. I have a great office, great computer. I don't need to do that to be functional. So I might do it to watch movies. There's a kitty. I might do it to watch movies. I might do it to um, have play some games, but I don't really play a lot of games. And when I have done that, my husband gets so irritated because you put this on and you're completely checked out from the room. You put this on and you're like in the middle of a forest somewhere, and your audio and your video, your vision are all surrounded, and some you're cut off. And it's only two of us in the home. And he was walking by me, just totally zoned out, sitting in a chair by myself, and the cats I'm ignoring and stuff. And he's like, "That's not very fun." So I don't use it, and I don't even use it when I'm alone. So that was a waste of money. They're basically brand new. I probably used both of them, maybe a total of 2, 3 hours. That's it. They sit here. The one that I'm most embarrassed about right now is this. So this is a Microsoft Surface Laptop 5. Here it is. You know how long I have used this? How much time I've spent on it? Maybe 45 minutes. And here's why. Way back when Microsoft added Copilot into its infrastructure inside PCs, I was like, I have to put my eyes on this. I don't understand what they're calling Copilot, what they're not calling Copilot, what's free, what's not. So I decided to do a webinar for y'all and just explore it in real time and show you what was out there. That morning, I kind of freaked out that I did not know what it looked like on a Microsoft machine. So I had my husband go to Best Buy and buy myself I don't know, it's probably $1,500 computer that I used for 45 minutes to try it out. And I haven't even turned it on since. I don't really know what to do with it. I have other devices like that where I used to buy Android devices as well as Apple devices so that I would know how things worked with an Android device versus an Apple device. And I just never touched them. So I try not to do that. But I have two Microsoft devices. One of them's pretty old, a different one. But that one I used maybe an hour, maybe. And this one I used maybe 45 minutes. So I don't know how to solve this problem because I really don't like it when I don't have the answers that I need to tell you about the technology that you may need to understand. But I do have the challenge of when I do buy them, it's pretty much sometimes a waste of money and it ends up just sitting around here and I don't know whether to give it away or whether to keep it or whether to, and I just end up keeping them on hand just in case I might need them. So personal problems, maybe someday I'll fix it, or maybe I'll just continue to be your nerdy best friend with all of my gadgets and try to help you get answers to the things that you have questions about. So until next time, this is Beth Z, your nerdy best friend, saying, nerd on.